Yeah.
Ok, buon salve ragazzuoli e bentornati con Yali-chan. Rieccoci con Alan Wake 2. Siamo nel presente di Alan e dunque abbiamo parecchie cose da visionare in realtà. Non abbiamo soltanto questo. Vediamo se riusciamo a vederla tutta. Perfetto. Dunque, noi in realtà per riuscire a fare il 100% di Alan, almeno io sospetto che sia così, bisogna ritornare in tutti i luoghi che abbiamo fatto praticamente il pezzo della storia. Perché, per esempio, in ogni zona abbiamo sempre visto il tizio che cantava. Il tizio che cantava ci rilasciava la mappa, quindi mi ricordo che all'hotel era qua dentro, per esempio, ma mi ricordo che c'era un altro anche nella stazione. Quindi direi appunto che vado alla ricerca di questo tizio in ogni zona per vedere se appunto abbiamo dimenticato pezzi di mappa e soprattutto quello che ci siamo lasciati indietro.
I needed to find the key.
Eccole qua, abbiamo trovato la chiave. Ok, vediamo un po' cosa c'è qua. Tra l'altro le abbiamo trovate nella stanza 216. Pare che ci sia un'altra porta. Ah, buono, è uno shortcut. Perfetto. Shortcut ed era la stanza 206. Easy. E adesso possiamo aprire questa. Eccoti qua.
Hey, Alan. It's good to see another sane face.
Not sure how sane I'm feeling.
Dovresti fare più attenzione.
Be careful out there, Tim. If you see me, make sure it's really me, not some psycho wearing my face.
Sounds like you've been having a rough go. I've been there. The missing time, the aliens.
Alieni?
Wait, what's this about aliens?
Oh, I was just convinced that everything going on with me was because of aliens. Abductions, signals beamed into my head, that kind of thing. Now I know it's been Door all along. I haven't ruled out him being an alien, though.
Missing time.
It's the same thing I've been saying. The dreams. Sometimes I wake up in a completely different place, missing entire days. I have no idea what happened, but I'm trying to find out. Things always get better if you just keep moving forward, Alan.
Ok, va bene. Questo cos'è? Ah, la mappa, eccola qua. Perfetto. Vediamo cosa abbiamo dimenticato qua. Praticamente molto poco. Allora, c'è un contenitore qui che è nella stessa stanza. Poi abbiamo una cosetta qua. E siamo stati bravi, ne abbiamo lasciati solo 2. Buono, è buono. Questo è vuoto, c'è un'altra stanza da aprire. Qua ci fai andare? No. Qua immagino ci sia la stessa cosa. E invece no, UFO. Questo è nuovo. Si sta riempendo sempre di più in realtà. Ha più informazioni. Daddy. Ok. Sogna Baldur's Gate. Ok. Ok, lui quindi più andiamo avanti e più aggiunge informazioni su Dor. Guarda lì, l'ho visto. Cioè, ma sei serio? Incredibile. Quanta roba sprecata, io mi prendo questa. Ok. E abbiamo trovato l'oro. Buono, 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 buono. Easy. Era solo questo? Per adesso abbiamo trovato questa. Quindi c'è qualcos'altro più avanti. Ah, qualcosa c'è. Ah, guardate un po'. La Venus. L'abbiamo trovata. Bisognava fare solo il giro.
Inside this messy maze of blood trails I was chasing the cult through, I ran into the filmmaker, Thomas Zane, an esoteric bohemian with a hard-on for acts of cruelty performed in the name of occult nonsense. A director wants to control every aspect of the world in their films. Is a cult leader any different? Was Zane just another alias for Scratch? There was a rumor that Wake and Zane had been working on something together. I was going to get the truth out of Zane with whatever means necessary.
These ones at the top! Shit! It never was a story!
say God made us in his image. Just like us, he is an uncaring, cruel son of a bitch. Having made it in heaven, he doesn't want us there, dirtying up all that nice white upholstery. And he doesn't want to reach down to help us. He gets his kicks just binge-watching us struggling, hurting, killing, dying, screwing it up again and again. Lazily stirring it up when things threaten to get too placid. This city is only here to satisfy his sick, voyeuristic pleasure.
This was the moment to destroy it.
Hey. You're Alan this time, right? Just making sure.
It's me, Tim. You ran into Scratch, didn't you? My double.
Well, it's hard to say, but he sure looked like you. It was weird because I heard that you got out of this place. I guess that was just a rumor. Anyway, I'm just doing my thing, still looking for Door. I've got a new theory on that front.
What's this new theory?
It's a lot, so buckle up. You have your doubles, and I keep dreaming about other versions of me, right? Now, this makes me think there must be other realities besides ours. But ours is connected to the rest of them. Door might even be a part of the reason why. He seems to be the only constant, but what does he want? What's he planning? Sorry. You've got your own problems. Sometimes I think I'm going crazy trying to make sense of this. You know, maybe this whole thing is much bigger than what we're able to see. Or everything I just said is bullshit. Who knows?
What was my double doing? Did he have a manuscript with him? I need to know.
But he didn't have anything. No, he had a cocktail, and he was smoking. He wasn't like you said he'd be. Very, very touchy-feely. He wore leather pants. He was actually looking for you. He asked the same question about the manuscript. And then he asked if I was going to a costume party and if he could come. Like, I told him this wasn't a costume and he ran off. I guess he doesn't like cops.
That wasn't Scratch.
monster, poised to tear into you the second you let your guard down. You thought you had it tamed, that you knew what the hell you were doing. Your last mistake, unless you got lucky. And you didn't deserve to get lucky. You blinked at the wrong time, let your mind wander, and the fire escape that was meant to be your getaway route was gone, was never there at all. You'd gotten turned around somewhere along the way. The city was coming to finish you off, and there was nowhere left to run.
Cioè, ma sei serio? C'è una pagina del manoscritto che non ho visto qua. Giù di qua. Cioè, ma seriamente? Ma dove la vai a trovare la pagina del diario qua? Cioè, la mappa è veramente bravissima, ma se non ci fosse questa, come fai a trovarle? Sovrapposizione.
The reality-changing influence of the dark place flowed like water flowed, like fear flowed, down the path of least resistance, eroding the weak spots until they cracked. In places where reality was more yielding, where story told and retold, imagination sparked and fear ignited again and again, had softened the walls of reality. Sites of violence and tragedy, where truth was laced with fiction, where a work of art proposed an alternative narrative, something people could suspect to be true, something people felt strongly about, something they feared. The stronger the connection between the belief and emotional response, the better. The darker, the better. A ghost of a witch ripping a man's heart from his chest. Two brothers murdering the neighbors and hiding their bodies in a well. A young woman haunting the flooded bunker where she drowned. Bedtime stories, folktales, urban legends connected to a specific place. These were the sites where the overlaps came to be.
Ma sei serio? Va bene, va benissimo, mi sembra giusto. Mi aspettavo di essere straggredita.
Bailey ran around the corner as the street lamps flickered and went off. It was in front of him, a glitching cloud, a dark, boiling monster. Looking at it felt like what a stroke must feel like. He was sick with fear. He fell. The dark presence ripped into him, swallowed him, filled his lungs and his brains with dark water. Bailey saw a snarling face in the darkness. Then he realized it was his own face. He was snarling. He was standing in the street in the dark, and he was snarling. He was snarling, he snarled. The monster was gone. The darkness coiled around him in tatters and wisps. He was the monster now filled with rage. He was the monster now filled with rage, he shouted.
Una cosa è certa, guardate sempre la mappa. La mappa veramente spammatela. Cioè si trovano cose che prima non c'erano. Cioè ci sarò passata 20 volte come minimo. 20. Una casa di riposo. Era pure il primo.
Saga had slid into a nightmare. A growing amount of evidence said her daughter was dead. Saga couldn't accept that. Wake said it could be undone. But Wake was gone, in the custody of the Federal Bureau of Control. Casey, her only ally, was gone too. She was alone. Agent Estevez had pulled rank on her, stonewalled her, shut her out of her own case. Saga refused to give up. She needed answers. Tor and Odin Anderson would have some. A family visit, then. No one could blame her for that. Saga was trapped in a horror story. It was manifesting itself around her like the darkness of a mental illness, pushing her deeper and deeper.
Peccato. Se l'avessimo trovata prima, questa qua sarebbe stata prima di entrare appunto nella casa di riposo. E noi sappiamo già appunto che Casey fortunatamente è fatto di acciaio, quindi è sopravvissuto. Adesso stiamo cercando anche di collaborare con l'altra dell'FB3 e Alan invece abbiamo scoperto che non è il vero Alan, ma appunto il graffio. Sempre stato graffio. Bene ragazzuoli, dunque con questo termina anche il video con tutte le pagine del manoscritto. Queste sono quelle che si possono avere nel game normale. Invece alcune sicuramente 100% si potranno ottenere sicuramente nella partita New Game Plus, quindi nella nuova partita. Quindi non vi agitate, sono almeno una cinquantina. Basta veramente spammare in continuazione la mappa, perché la mappa vi aiuta veramente tanto, sia su quello che avete nelle vostre vicinanze, come le pile, i razzi, quindi oggetti utili, le armi, vi aiuta sicuramente con le pagine del manoscritto, però guardate anche attentamente quello che vi circonda, perché c'è sempre o un simbolo della setta o un simbolo del pacco, quindi del pacco così è molto brutto, quello dei portapacchi. Quindi cercate veramente di guardare il più possibile la mappa, perché in questo caso è il vostro unico aiuto per il 100% del gioco.